In order, please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance.
Good evening, council, mayor. It's the city council regular meeting for Monday, September 28th, 2015. The roll will show that all members are present with the exception of Councilman Wadsworth.
He's excused.
So noted. Tonight's council meeting agenda is as follows. Number 1, agenda. Number 2, minutes. 3, petitioner. 4, chairperson's report. 5, mayor's report. 6A, clerk's report. 6B, treasurer's report. 7, public comment. 8, unfinished business. 9, new business. 10, communication. 11, warrant 15-18, and number 12, adjournment. And a motion would be in order to accept the council meeting agenda as presented.
So moved.
Support.
A motion by Mr. Kraut, supported by Ms. Makowski, for approval of the agenda as presented. Mr. Kraut?
Yes.
Ms. Makowski?
Yes.
Ms. Roscoe?
Yes.
Ms. Choate?
Yes.
Ms. Abdo?
Yes.
Chair votes yes, agenda approved.
Number 2, minutes. 2A, approval of the minutes from the regular meeting held September 14th, 2015.
So moved for approval of minutes from regular meeting held September 14th, 2015.
Motion by Ms. Abdo, supported by Ms. Roscoe, for approval of the minutes from the regular council meeting held September 14th, 2015. Ms. Abdo?
Yes.
Ms. Roscoe?
Yes.
Ms. Makowski?
Abstain, I was absent.
Okay. Mr. Kraut?
Yes.
Ms. Choate?
Yes.
Chair votes yes, motion approved.
2B, approval of the minutes from the special meeting held on Monday, September 14th, 2015, at 7:00 p.m. This was a public hearing regarding PAC-SPEC request for a plant rehabilitation industrial facilities certificate.
So moved for approval of minutes on the special meeting held on September 14th, 2015.
Support.
A motion by Ms. Abdo, supported by Ms. Choate, for the approval of the minutes from the special meeting held on Monday, September the 14th. Ms. Abdo?
Yes.
Ms. Choate?
Yes.
Mr. Kraut?
Yes.
Ms. Makowski?
Abstain.
Ms. Roscoe?
Yes.
Chair votes yes, motion approved.
There are no petitioners on the agenda. Number 4 is the chairperson's report.
Thank you, Madam Clerk. Today we had 2 meetings, early meetings, one at 6:30 p.m. Study session was on the noxious weeds ordinance amendment. And at 7 o'clock, we had a public hearing on the Brownsfield plan. I'd just like to say there was a lot of things going on a week or so, great things in the city, and I'm sure that it'll be expanded on more. But the Pumpkin Festival, all of that was great. We just had so many things, parade of lights, you know, the town. I could see the happiness in the residents' face about good things that happened in Romulus. We also toured some of the GM plant, which was amazing, what they have done and going to do for the city of Romulus, and the grants that they will be presenting to Romulus. That's all I have for the chairman's report, and that concludes my report.
Mr. Chairman?
Yes,
I'd
Ms.
like to
Choate.
make a motion that we accept the chairperson's report. Support.
Been motioned by Ms. Choate, supported by Ms. Makowski, to accept the chairperson's report. Ms. Choate?
Yes.
Ms. Makowski?
Yes.
Ms. Roscoe?
Yes.
Mr. Kraut?
Yes.
Ms. Abdo?
Yes.
Chair votes yes. Motion approved. Thank you.
Number 5 is the mayor's report.
Evening, council, clerk, deputy clerk, and audience. Quote I brought for tonight is a George Burns quote. I like George, quite a character, and it goes as this. I honestly think it's better to be a failure at something you love than to succeed at something that you hate. And I picked that one because we're having a lot of fun getting things done, and a lot of you were at we're having fun being creative, getting things done. And what I wanted to do tonight, several of you came to our latest dog park rededication. And not only does the public not always know how we do things, but this particular one, you were in attendance, and we had quite a bit of support from a local company, U.S. Ecology. And so what I wanted to do tonight is we have a couple representatives from U.S. Ecology. I'd like them to come forward. I did a little proclamation I'd like to give to them, along with a gift, so that they know how much we appreciate what they've done. Their company, which was formerly EQ, is now U.S. Ecology, has been very, very community-minded. They've been involved in chamber events, helping us do other functions throughout the city. So this is just one more example of how they were able to help us take a small part of Elmer Johnson Park and turn it into just a great little dog park area for our residents. So if I could, I think we have Chuck and team come on up from U.S. Ecology, and what I'll do is just simply read this, and I'd like to present them with a proclamation and a little gift. It goes as this: proclamation and recognition of U.S. Ecology. I, Leroy D. Burcroft, Mayor and for the City of Romulus, wish to express my personal appreciation for the donation and sponsorship that you allowed us to create the excellent opening of our U.S. Ecology Dog Park. Your generous gift will provide years and years of fun and companionship for our residents and their four-legged friends. So, and with that signed by myself. And what I brought for you also, this is a nice photo of that event when we did the actual ribbon cutting. We saved the bow, recycled the bow with the dog print. So I'd like to present that to them as well, and just show our appreciation. So you can take this back to the rest of your team and let them know how much we appreciate it. There's Mr. Wadsworth and his dog got in that photo too. So, and that's the proclamation. So thanks again, appreciate it. And if you want to say anything, go ahead.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor, councilmen, councilwomen. Thank you for your support. Actually, it's quite a privilege to be able to work with the city of Romulus on projects like this. Let me just say, too, that the U.S. Ecology employees who took the initiative on this particular project, Carrie Dernan and Todd Brinkle, couldn't be here tonight. They're out getting managed or something in Boise at our new headquarters. So again, thank you for the opportunity. We look forward to working with you on other projects as well. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Also, we have a lot of events, and what I'd like to do, if we could at this point in time, just when some future things that are coming up, have Mr. Dennis Davidson come forward and talk about our laundry list of activities that we have going on throughout the city. Dennis?
Thank you, Mayor, members of council, clerk, deputy clerk. As Councilman Barden referred to, we had a very, very good pumpkin festival, and it was a huge success. We had the Rotary Parade of Lights, and the word that I got from Judge Brian Oakley was the largest parade that we've had in several years. So we had a lot of good people come out and attend to that. We had thousands lining the streets and to watch all these marvelous floats go by, and I think just great with the lights and everything. Festival was very successful. We're very well attended. We were blessed with some very good weather. And if you want to see what it really looks like, Roger went up in one of those baskets there that the fire department has, and I saw him up there, and I said, my goodness, who's up there and what are they doing? The picture's out on an easel out in the hallway, and take a look. It looks like he's closer than what he is, but he was up there quite a ways. I could never do that, Roger. The Romulus Senior Center Health Fair held on Thursday, September the 22nd, was very successful. Over 300 people took advantage of this annual service. Events upcoming on the recreation front, there will be Daddy-Daughter Sweetheart Dance on Thursday the 15th of October in the Romulus High School cafeteria. At the Senior Center will be drop-in lunchtime Zen and Stretch, which will last the entire month of October. 2 classes daily, one at 12 noon and one at 12:30. You have to bring your own yoga mat for that one. Cost will be $6 per person, free for ages 62 and older. There's also going to be several other activities going on, including adult drop-in softball and kickball on Thursday nights out at Elmer Johnson Park. Pee Wee Youth Soccer coming up will begin later this month for offering soccer to kids from kindergarten through the 6th grade. The event will be held behind the senior center. We will celebrate the beginning of the fall season with a family fun fest to be held on Friday, October the 9th from 5 to 8 p.m. Some of the exciting events are pumpkin carving, pumpkin painting, a hayride through downtown Romulus, costume contest, scarecrow contest. We'll also be featuring a free movie and a spooktacular tour of the historical park. We received enough donations to purchase the scoreboard for the Charlie Lau Memorial Baseball Field behind the high school. There'll be a dedication along with alumni baseball game on October the 14th. And I got word today that the scoreboard has been shipped, so it should be here in plenty of time for installation. We're also working on the football scoreboard. We're also working on banners, which we hope to display during this year's football season and also at the basketball games. And also on Friday the 16th, it's Romulus High School homecoming football game. Kickoff will be at 7 p.m. The book sale is still going on for the Veterans Memorial. We've had over 20 people put their names on. We're going to be engraving them this coming week. We also raised enough money through proceeds to do a complete re-landscaping of the monument area, the grounds out there. That should be done within the next 2 weeks. And then we want it to look nice for on November the 11th. There will be a Veterans Day parade starting at the Progressive Hall, ending at the monument, and accumulating with the program and the military ceremony staged by the Romulus VFW. We'll finalize the route, I think, on Wednesday, and we'll come back to council for a permit on the parade route. This year, we're honoring our remaining World War II vets, and including the person that plays taps. He is a World War II vet. George does a good job. Weekly Farmers Market continues to be a success. Visit the market every Wednesday through October the 14th from noon until 6. Senior events coming up will be a paint and pour on Thursday, October the 15th. This is a fundraiser put on by the Friends of the Senior Center, and the whole idea is to put in a salon over at the Senior Center. There's free blood pressure checks on October 7th and 21st, manicures, a visit from the podiatrist, regular features at the Senior Center along with art classes, bingo and other fun stuff. So everybody that's watching out there on your home TVs, keep an eye on also Channel 18, our community channel, for coverage of the Pumpkin Festival and all the great happenings here in Romulus. Thank you.
Thank you, Dennis. And if I could echo on the Pumpkin Fest and the light parade, fantastic. Thank you to the Rotary for the light parade, the Pumpkin Festival Committee, the DDA. We have a lot of people that volunteer. Our employees, if it be police, fire, DPW, all kind of rallied together. But the key is a lot of hosts of volunteers that just do a great job. If there's one thing to point out with that festival is that that it's done mostly by volunteer work. So it's something that we're not spending tax dollars on other than just public safety. And it's a great event to kind of rally around. DDA does sponsor it downtown, and it's just a great fun event for all ages and very, very successful. And hopefully Mr. Wadsworth gets back. We'll get a report on his the bingo as well too. But I know they were pretty busy most of the time. So thanks everybody for that. That's it for the informational part of my report. I do have a few action items I need to bring before council, and we'll start off with 5A, and that's basically just a request to authorize the mayor and clerk to enter into the attached agreement with the Romulus Athletic Club to allow them to use Elmer Johnson's for the purpose of their football practice, which they use under the lights. That's why they go there, and you see the attached motion.
So moved.
Support.
Been motion by Mr. Kraus, supported by Mr. Makowski, to authorize the mayor and clerk to enter into the attached agreement with Romulus Athletic Club to allow the use of Elmer Johnson's Park for the purpose of football practice, football games, and end-of-season cleanup from October 6, 2015 through December 1st, 2015. Any discussion? Hearing none, roll call vote. Mr. Kraut?
Yes.
Ms. Makowski?
Yes.
Ms. Roscoe?
Yes.
Ms. Choate?
Yes.
Mr. Abdo? Chair votes yes, motion approved.
Thank you, council. Next item, 5B, is just a request to concur with the administration, authorize the mayor and clerk to approve the attached consultant services tri-party agreement. It's an addendum to that. We already had one in place with OHM for the Goddard Road project. The same agreement, just some different amounts in that as well.
Mr. Chairman,
Yes, Ms. Choate?
I have a question.
Yes.
Can we ask Roberto Cappucci to come up?
Sure,
Yes.
Roberto?
My question is, what is the exact dollar amount that we are approving in this change order number 1?
Get you 1 second here. It is $284,954.00. That is state money. So our contribution, if we were ever to go to that higher limit, would be $56,990.81.
Okay. So the resolution should read for change order number 1 to include the $284,954.07 as change order number 1 to contract number 14-5093, correct?
Is that,
Subcontract number 14-5093.
is that the first, I guess I'm lost at where you're at. Is that the first page?
I'm on, no, it says at the bottom, page 1 of 2 pages. It has, at the top, it has subcontract number and control.
Okay, I got you.
Yeah.
So this is the contract we're increasing by
Yes,
contract?
this addendum increases the original contract by the 284.
Okay, this is not the original contract number then, is that correct?
No, this is the original. It's subcontract number 14-5093. So
Okay.
it's a subcontract number. It's not the original contract number. The original contract number is up in the control section number,
Okay.
STU 82544 and STU 82457.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you, Roberto. Ms. Makowski had a question?
Well, while you're up there, I might as well ask, when is that going to be finished? When is Goddard Road going to be done?
You know, the latest date we got from the contractor was downtown will be completed the week of October 17th, and he's hoping to wrap up the intersection shortly after that as well. Some of the plantings will not begin until later in October. There's seasonal limits that the state has with the plantings, so that'll be a little bit later in the season.
We have a follow-up meeting with them again this Friday, a regular update meeting as well, too. If anything changes, we'll let you know. But the week of October 17th, open for traffic, and
Okay, is it possible that we could just have a brief, every council meeting, give us a just quick update on the progress and how you're beating them down to
Yep, okay.
do what we want them to be done?
No
Okay,
problem.
Thank you.
Yep.
Any other questions? Thanks, Roberto. Okay, who made the motion?
There
Linda?
was no motion yet.
Well, there was no motion yet, but I can make the motion that we concur with the recommendation of the administration and authorize the change order number 1 in the amount of, the amount that I have, $284,954.07 to subcontract number 14-5093.
Support.
Motion by Ms. Choate, supported by Ms. Makowski. To concur with the administration, authorize the mayor and clerk to approve the tax consultant tri-party
Yeah.
agreement addendum with Archer Hits and McClendon for the Goddard Road project. Ms. Choate,
Yes.
Ms. Makowski,
Yes.
Ms. Roscoe.
Yes.
Mr. Kraut.
Yes.
Ms. Abdo. Yes. Chair votes yes, motion approved.
thank you, council. Next up is 5C, and that's a request to concur with administration and authorize the city of Romulus to just extend their mitten bid through City of Rochester cooperative bid for Washington Elevator Company, Inc. That's for an additional one-year period ending October 31st of 16. The original bid price was $7.25 per 50-pound bag with the minimum there. And that's, again, what we use for the snow melt on the walkways.
So moved.
Support.
Motion by Ms. McCoskey, supported by Ms. Roscoe, to concur with the administration, authorize the city of Romulus to extend the city of Rochester's cooperative bid to Washington Elevator Company for additional one-year period ending October 31st, 2016, at the original bid price of $7.25 per 50-pound bag for a maximum purchase of 930 bags. Any discussion? Ms. McCoskey?
Yes.
Ms. Roscoe?
Yes.
Mr. Kraut?
Yes.
Ms. Choate?
Yes.
Ms. Abdo?
Yes.
Chair votes yes, the motion is approved.
Thank you, council. Next up is 5D, and that's a request to authorize the mayor and clerk to enter into an attached professional service agreement, company CR6 Business Solutions, for the purpose of evaluation and making recommendations on our security system in various city buildings.
So moved.
Support.
Been motion by Ms. McCoskey, supported by Ms. Abdo, to authorize the mayor and clerk to enter into the attached professional service agreement with CR6 Business Solution for evaluation and recommendation for the security system in various city buildings. Any discussion? Ms. McCoskey?
Yes.
Ms. Abdo?
Yes.
Ms. Choate?
Yes.
Mr. Kraut?
Yes.
Ms. Roscoe?
Yes.
Chair votes yes, motion approved.
Council, next item up is 5E, and that's just a request to authorize payment for our SEMCOG dues. The amount's $2,675, and that will cover our membership through June 15th of 2016.
Mr. Chair, I'll make that motion to authorize payment to SEMCOG in the amount of $2,675. Said dues are for membership from June 15th, 2015 through June 15th of 2016.
Support.
Motion by Ms. Roscoe, supported by Ms. McCoskey, to authorize payment to SEMCA in the amount of $2,675. Said dues are for memberships from June 15, 2015 through June 15, 2016. Ms. Roscoe?
Yes.
Ms. McCoskey?
Yes.
Mr. Kraut?
Yes.
Ms. Choate?
Yes.
Ms. Abdo?
Yes.
Chair votes yes, motion approved.
Thank you, council. The last item is just a request for a budget amendment, and I'm asking to take the unused estimates from 14-15 fiscal year budget for the citywide sewer rehab projects to carry over to the 15-16 fiscal year.
So moved.
Support.
The motion by Ms. McCoskey, supported by Ms. Abdo, to move the unused estimate 14-15 fiscal year budget for the citywide sewer rehab project to the 15-16 fiscal year. Any discussion? Ms. McCoskey?
Yes.
Ms. Abdo?
Yes.
Ms. Choate?
Yes.
Mr. Kraut?
Yes.
Ms. Roscoe?
Yes.
Chair votes yes, motion approved.
Thank you, council, and that concludes my report.
Thank you.
6A is the clerk's report. Under 6A1, for second reading and final adoption, is an ordinance to provide a procedure for council to consider vacation of a street or alley.
Mr. Chair, I'll make that motion to accept second reading, final adoption of an ordinance to provide a procedure for council to consider vacation of a street or alley.
I'll support that.
It's been motioned by Ms. Roscoe, supported by Ms. Choate, for second reading, final adoption of an ordinance to provide a procedure for city council to consider vacation of a street or alley. Any discussion?
Mr. Chair, if I may?
Yes, Ms. McCoskey.
Just a comment. Good job with clarifying the process. Excellent, well done, thank you.
You're welcome, thank you. Ms. Roscoe,
Yes.
Ms. Choate,
Yes.
Ms. McCoskey,
Yes.
Mr. Kraut,
Yes.
Ms. Abdo,
Yes.
Chair votes yes, and motion approved.
Thank you. 6A2 is a request for public hearing for November 2nd, 2015, from our city assessor, Julie Albert. The request is for 2 public hearings on that date. The first one would be at 6:30, and that's to hear comments on the proposed special assessment district for the reconstruction of of Metroplex Drive, and the second one also on November the 2nd, 2015, at 7 o'clock p.m. And this is to confirm the updated special assessment role for the Merriman Road Enhancement Project.
Mr. Chair,
Yes, Ms. Roscoe?
I'll make the motion to approve the request for 2 public hearings on November 2nd, 2015, from City Assessor Julie Albert.
Support.
Been motion by Ms. Roscoe, supported by Ms. Makowski for request for 2 public hearings on November 2nd from our city assessor, Julie Abbott, as times mentioned. Ms. Roscoe?
Yes.
Ms. Makowski?
Yes.
Mr. Kraut?
Yes.
Ms. Choate?
Yes.
Ms. Abdo? Chair votes yes. We have a public hearing.
And 6A3 for first reading is an ordinance amendment to Chapter 34, Article 3, noxious weeds, grass, brush, etc., Sections 34-48.
Mr. Chairman, I'll make that motion for the first reading of an ordinance amendment to Chapter 34, Article 3, noxious weeds, grass.
Support.
Okay, motion by Mr. Abdo, supported by Mr. Kraut, for first reading of ordinance amendment to Chapter 34, Article 3, noxious weeds, grass, brush, and so on, Section 34-48. Mr. Abdo?
Yes.
Mr. Kraut?
Yes.
Ms. Choate?
Yes.
Ms. Makowski?
Yes.
Ms. Roscoe?
Yes.
Votes yes, motion approved.
And before I close out my report, I just want to remind everyone of the citywide yard sale this weekend, beginning Thursday through Sunday. It will be published in our public newspaper, the Telegram. It will also be available, there's a list, that will be published in the Telegram. The list will be available on our city website as well as, I believe, our Facebook page. There's still time, though, to, if you would like a permit, for your garage sale. You won't be on the list, but at least you can still get a permit clear up until the date, the 1st of October. So good luck to everyone in their yard sales this weekend.
All right, thank you, ma'am.
Okay, that concludes the clerk's report. There's not a treasurer's report this evening. The next agenda item is number 7, public comment, and this is the portion on our agenda that allows the public the opportunity to comment, make your comments to our city council if you choose to do so. And you have not submitted a request in writing, you can raise your hand, and after being acknowledged by our chairperson, approach the podium, state your name and address, and we ask that you please limit your comments to 3 minutes. Mr. Chair and Council, we do have 2 written requests, and the first one is from Billy Norris, located 27445 Eaton in Westland.
Okay, thank you.
Good evening, Council. I'm here on the matter of false arrest committed by Officer D. Turner. I'd like to give each one of you a copy of my notice of claim.
Thank you.
Give you a moment to look that over. I was just hoping that maybe we might be able to get this matter settled, rather not have to make it a federal case. And I need your approval or your guidance in how I make a claim against the bond that was issued by the city for the police department.
Mayor, would you have someone to come up and,
We'd be happy to get his information and respond back. JD is stepping forward already to say what he can about the situation.
J.D. Settles, Director of Public Safety. Around May 21st, Mr. Norris was arrested for disorderly conduct by Officer Derek Turner. Mr. Norris was housed at RPD until his arraignment. Once he was arraigned, he was given a $1,000 bond. He could not make the bond, $5,000 bond, 10%. He was then transported to Clinton Township, where we contract to hold our misdemeanor arrestees. around June 1st.
I came back.
He was brought back for court where he was given a personal bond, which time he was released. Then I think sometime in June, the case was dismissed.
Yes.
So Mr. Norris wants to be compensated for that, but Officer Turner made a legal arrest. He had probable cause for the arrest.
No.
Yes, he was arrested for disorderly conduct on a very seldom used ordinance for making offensive gestures at police, flipping a bird to be exact. That's why Mr. Norris is here today.
I'd like to mention that the ordinance is unconstitutional.
Can you speak into the microphone,
I'd
please?
like to mention that the ordinance is unconstitutional. It's a First Amendment right. It's like set in cement that I can address public officials with my distaste and dislike for them.
Mr. Norris is also a sovereign citizen.
No.
Wasn't
No.
that part of your claim in your?
No, nothing like that.
Hey, that's what I was understood to be, and
No.
I think, as you know, those people do not respect government.
Wrongdoings of government. Yeah, it's just the wrongdoings of government not following the oath of office that they swore to uphold. And that is a firm and binding contract, which I believe every one of you took an oath to uphold.
Okay, what we do, they'll take your name and you can get with the administration and public.
And I don't appreciate being labeled as something that I'm not. Thank you.
Thank you.
Mr. Chair, Council, our second request this evening is from John Clark,
Ms. Clark?
located 35149 Lynn Drive.
City Council, Mayor, two of my concerns have already been taken care of tonight. That young man over there, he's got a month to take care of one problem. If it's not fixed, then I'll be back. The second problem I have is speeding in our subdivisions. I'm getting sick and tired of it. Mr. Kraut can testify, I sat across the street on Washington, a corner of Lynn Drive in Washington. I got a double-door garage. And when I'm done with the house, I sit out there in the garage the rest of the day. I drink coffee, no beer, tea, and I watch these idiots fly down Washington Street, and if they don't see a car coming out Lynn Drive, they just shoot right through the stop sign. Now, they used to come down from Ronald, was a racing strip. But why these people take off from a stop sign and go like a bat, you know what, to get to the next stop sign is beyond me. But I'm getting sick and tired of it. Now, there's a police car comes through every once in a while, but you know yourself, if somebody sees a cop car, they're gonna slow down, or they're gonna come to a complete stop at a stop sign. What we need is some unmarked cars sitting in subdivisions, not just mine. There's other subdivisions in the city having the same problem. An unmarked car sitting, catching these so-called people, running stop signs and speeding. Now, I don't know, that young man back there, take care of that. I think somebody should, because I'm getting too damn old to get out there and do it myself. Thank you.
Thank you. Yes, Mr. Sutherland.
This is the first I've heard of this complaint. I will have someone from the traffic unit look into this. And
Can
meet
you
with Mr.
report
Clark.
back? Can we get a report back then?
Yes, ma'am,
Okay,
definitely.
thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Sutherland. Is there any other comments from the audience?
John?
Yes, Mr. Abdo.
In the report back, I'd like to know if we are going to put an unmarked car in the subdivision and for how long we have so that we can answer this man's complaint.
I'm going to find out the times of day that
That'd be good.
most activity is taking
And
place
so
over
maybe a
there.
log of how, and
Right.
if it's done any good.
I would definitely get back with council with the stats.
All right, thank you.
If there's no more comment, we'll close that part out, Madam Clerk.
Number 8 is unfinished business. 9 is new business. Number 10, communication.
Communications? Okay.
Communication, all right. Number 11 for approval is warrant 15-18.
Mr. Chairman,
Yes, Ms. Choate.
I'd like to make a motion that we approve warrant, it's not there, warrant 15-18 in the following amounts. In the general fund, $39,506.66. Major street fund, $50,062.42. Local street fund, $39,660.60. Cable TV, $41.92. Merriman Road Special Assessment, $4,598.50. Community Employee Activity, $817.11. Garbage and Rubbish Collection Fund, $81,315.50. 911 Service Fund, $3,155.04. Library Fund, $23,963.77. DDA is $24,640.20. Water and Sewer Fund, $141,912.84. Motor Vehicle Fund, $56,680.02. Technology Services, $128,849.57. Retirees Insurance Benefits, $185,154.92. Revolving Fund, $3,492.21. Current Tax Fund, $2,373,434.31. And the Payroll Fund, $104,802.56, for a grand total of $3,262,088.15.
Support.
It's been motioned by Ms. Choate, supported by Mr. Kraut, to pay warrant number 15-18 for $3,262,088.15. Ms. Choate?
Yes.
Mr. Kraut?
Yes.
Mr. Makowski?
Just a quick question, I'm sorry, under discussion. The BSNA software, I saw that it was being paid. Can you advise what the timing is? Is the implementation complete?
Implementation is complete. We're continuing to do training. One thing about BSNA is that they have great support. So we're going to continue to be doing department training and at their location. It's one of the best software systems out there. I've been networking with some of our neighboring communities who've used BSNA, and they say nothing but great things. So, but we have been through the implementation. We're up and running, but there's going to be continuation training that's going to be ongoing.
Thank you, Mr. Brookroff. Yes.
Okay. Ms. Roscoe?
Yes.
Ms. Abdo?
Yes.
Chair votes yes. Warrant number 15-18 will be paid.
Number 12 is adjournment.
So moved.
Support.
It's been motioned by Ms. Makowski, supported by Ms. Choate, for adjournment. Ms. Makowski?
Yes.
Ms. Choate?
Yes.
Mr. Kraut?
Yes.
Ms. Roscoe?
Yes.
Ms. Abdo?
Yes.
Chair votes yes. We are adjourned. Thank you.
I had